felt heard because it was him, the guy in charge, talking to the students. I felt a sense of, wow, something is going to change, something I've never experienced that before. I've never had a superintendent or been able to talk to a superintendent before that way. So I did really feel that the students got the opportunity to talk to a head in the district. And I think it was a big step compared to the past years where I haven't seen that happen before.
Felt good because I knew that we students are important too, not only other people, but we are too. And for him to invite some of the students from different schools, it was a good time for us to ask questions to him.
I thought that the press conference was a really great experience for the Oracle, which is the Stratford newspaper, and for all of the journalism departments for the schools that attended. Not only because it was helpful to be at something like that where you learn the ins and outs of journalism, but to hear him talk about the District of Innovation or what SBISD might become was really interesting, and it was really cool to hear him talk about the way he wanted to change the district. And it was really apparent that Dr. Muri really genuinely cares about the district and ensuring that everyone is not exactly treated the same, but that each student is treated according to their needs, which I had never really thought about before, which I thought was really cool.
I feel more at ease because I see that, well, everybody's progressing and we're getting there to this point where every student matters and every student has their own say.
Student voices, I think that each student should be able to speak up for themselves and should be able to say what they think and what they need for a better education.
Students are the topic that's being discussed. They're a huge part of it. It's their experience that's really mattering.
I did an article for the newspaper about T24, and I kind of got to see behind the scenes how students behave in those classes and what they're really getting out of it. And that's why I said I'm concerned with some of my classmates, because it seems as if there's some students that are getting the hang of it and that are getting the proper things they need in order to go for a secondary education. And there's some students that just go into that class and simply don't see the value behind education and seem as if it's just a study hall for them, rather than as an opportunity to get a secondary education.
It's understanding that the norm now is treating everyone the same, and that every student is exactly the same and they have to undergo the same thing every day, and they don't have a say in what they want to learn. And I think that it would be really cool to change that, even though that change might be really scary, and because change is scary in general, but I think that this would be a really exciting one, and I feel like I would definitely support that.
They have to speak up, and that's important because they want people to hear them out. They just don't want to be sitting down quiet the whole time.
Knowing that my future is in the hands of my choices and what I feel is right for me, and taking the time that I need to accomplish something, not because I'm told to, okay, you need to finish at this time, with these certain goals.
It's their future that's on the line, and their education is a huge part of determining what kind of a person they become, and who wouldn't want to say in that, so yeah.
And I got to see first generation graduates from the University of Texas, and they were all Hispanic. And they all showed me that not just because of your socioeconomic status or because of the background you have, doesn't mean that you can only work at a fast food restaurant, that you are able to get the education that you want to get. And there's a lot of students I see struggle to hear their voice, and since I've had multiple years with coaches help me help speak what I want to say, I want to speak for them as well, for those who can't speak.